As played at that stage of the draft, it's kind of awkward. I mean, now, okay. So this is, now, I don't think he'll do it. Okay? But I think that this is absolutely a Moonstaff game. Yeah, Lily was banned. Okay, I fucked up, guys. It's fine. She was banned. I went on a longer tangent than I should have. Okay, what did Bwipo say? Bwipo left? GG. Ender, you always got my back. You always got my back, Ender. You know what else you can have the back of, Ender? Take a look at those channel point predictions. Get your channel predictions in. Get it in. Chat, get it in. Get them in there for chat. You guys gotta win the channel point predictions. Ridiculous. Yes, sir. Alright. Ender saves the stream again. True. Ender always saving it. Ender always saving it. Alright, guys. We're gonna do the casual commentary again, so I'm gonna turn the chat off. I'm gonna turn the chat off. Yes, sir. Alright. Okay, alright, so let's see what's gonna go on here. So Jizuke started the lane off with some poke onto Azir. Power of Evil trying to respond with poke as well. He has it's corrupting versus corrupting, so this is fine. And Power of Evil definitely getting the better end of everything that's going on right now. So this is pretty good for him. Let's see if we see Moonstaff on Nidalee. Now, I think that Moonstaff is probably less likely, given the red smite on Spica. I think Moonstaff's probably, yeah, I think Moonstaff's definitely less likely. Let's see everything else that transpires. In terms of who has a better draft, it's kind of weird. It definitely is kind of weird. This is another one of those, like, kind of close ones. Hi, Chunks. What? Oh, you're going? Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Krivo's barking right now, guys. Okay, Power of Evil playing left pocket lane. It does get... Oh, they get the root! Oh, really, really big. So he's playing left pocket lane. You know, and he's, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just really good timing here by Svenskeren and Jizuke. Let's take a look at this. So he has the pile up, and Sven just goes for a gank that ends up working. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening for the remainder of this game. Teleport's back. He's not in the worst position from, like, the CS standpoint. So I think in that regard, things are somewhat okay. Spica is going to get, or I mean, he's trying to get the Scuttle Crab right now, but Sven's here, but so is Power of Evil, so let's see. Oh, Spica actually has the slow. Sven's going to manage to get away, though. Okay. And now he's going to jump on the Scuttle Crab. He's going to get it. Obviously, Impact was trying to run down here. He gets a ward, but, I mean, the ward isn't necessary. It would just be a lot better to go for Cheater. It'd be a lot better to go for Cheater than to do it as played. So I think that is not super ideal. Okay. And Lost and Sword Art also lock themselves in lanes. So, like, these are the micro blunders that I think a lot of players end up making. Like, there's no reason for Lost and Sword Art to still be well, I mean, they do get the right side. I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, not the end of the world. Talk about it a little bit later, but the wave's coming into them. So they can just allow the wave to come into them because Spica has to go down into bot lane. So this is going to be fine. The pathing lines up for Spica to get to bot lane, and then Lost and Sword Art should try to hold freeze. Yeah, they should try to hold freeze. Okay. Jizuke is really low on mana. He should just insta-shove in the wave. Yeah, he should insta-shove the wave. He has all of his HP remaining. So just insta-shove in the wave. Doesn't matter if you get hit, and then recall immediately. He's trolling right now. Jizuke's trolling. Dude, I don't know what it is. I mean, if you guys saw, like, the face check thingy this past week, I talked about how, like, consistently poor this guy lanes. Really, really, really so consistently poor. And now what is this? Like, what on earth is going on here? Okay. So, Huni, I mean, I guess, alright, let's see what happens. Okay. Holy moly. Holy moly. Alright, they're gonna crash on the wave. Huni's down. I just realized actually, Huni hadn't even TP'd back yet. I actually thought that this was gonna be worse. But that's also really weird. I don't know how both top laners are failing so much at CSing. You see their CS values, right? They're both like really, really, really bad. This is just a nightmare in top lane. Ooh, Sven manages to get healed. And so it looks like EG are gonna actually just barely manage to skate away from them. Oh, well, Ignar gets tagged. Oh my god. Okay. Lost, managing to pick up a kill. Definitely good. Oh, and they canceled the recall on Svenskeren. And now, meanwhile, what's happening in mid as a byproduct, though, is Azir gets the crash into the turret. I don't know if Azir got the turret plate. He did. So Azir got the turret plate. And so at the end of the day, I mean, Jizuke does make that roam up into top lane, but I mean, there's definitely a cost, right? Verdant Barrier picked up on Power of Evil here. I don't know if I like that, like, in this particular instance, because Azir just has so much control. And then also, Banshee's Veil, I mean, Banshee's Veil doesn't have many key targets, so this is definitely an MTG Johnny thing. I don't perceive Azir versus Ryze as control versus control, because Ryze is sort of like a bruiser mage. This is just really close. I mean, Lost manages to go in there. He ends up, like, skidding forward, stops the recall on Svenskeren. I mean, that's definitely good. In terms of, like, other stuff that is going on, now we have Svenskeren up in top lane. Sorkpen boots on Ryze, I think, is good. It seems like Jizuke concedes the fact that he's not going to be able to win the game just by laning. He's just going to try to, like, roam and run around. So I guess in that regard, it is good. And it's unlikely that, like, anyone would actually get MR. I think the Verdant Barrier, like, that Power of Evil ends up buying is something that Jizuke realistically can't account for. It's not really, like, doing anything, because obviously Ryze should just be avoiding Azir anyway inside of lane. So there's no real value out of having the magic resistance. Huni, meanwhile, up in top lane. Nothing really gonna happen. Wave's slow pushing out away from Lost and Sword Art. They really need to just hard shove the wave and try to get a guaranteed crash on. But Spica's recalling. So if there's a timing where, like, a Gangplank ultimate can ever come out and kill Sword Art and Lost, it would probably be in about 30 seconds from now. So what's going to happen is that he's going to clear this. Gangplank ult is up, and then if this wave threatens to get frozen right here, there's a Gangplank ult, and then Sven may be running down because he has his ultimate available, and then Blue is going to restore all of his HP. So Sven's now going to move into right-hand side river, and you can see that they acknowledge this, and so what they're going to try to do is they're going to acknowledge that they're super fucking screwed in bot lane to a freeze. And so what they're going to do is they're going to try to rotate or, like, threaten to rotate to the left-hand side to, like, do a Herald play. Now, this one's really interesting because what we see happening here is Deathly's actually leaving, I think, a freeze in bot lane. In theory, you should be able to return to it after the Rift Herald play. This is really peculiar. So they're all here on the side of EG. This is just a blunder cake. I have no idea what we're watching right now. This is obviously terrible. Like, EG's decision-making here, really, really, really bad. Now, one of the things that I do want to point out, though, is that Deathly was able to leave the freeze in such a way that he's able to also then return to it. Now, had he just stayed down there and was freezing and kept chipping away at the solo EXP and the gold, you'd end up probably getting a higher net gain than TSM would get by rotating their bot lane over to the Herald, sharing EXP, and then getting the Herald himself, and yada, yada, yada. This is ultimately just a math equation. Really good, see? We talked about it, right? Where we were able to actually say, like, a minute in advance that this is obviously a possibility, just due to knowing how minion waves interact. So this is really good. Now, definitely an Ignar should just hold this. I swear to God, if you CS that entire wave. Oh my God, don't do it. Okay, they're all right. Really good, really good. Really good right now. Really good. Really, really, really good. Now, definitely should have just stayed here the entire time. If he did, EG would be in a way better position than they are right now. But he didn't end up doing it. Spica's trying to get the right side Scuttle Crab. Ignar's going to come over and spot him out on vision. Wolves are up. And obviously Svenskaren's now going to path into them. You can see Lost finally gets the crash. So Svenskaren being on the right-hand side now is really good timing. It's unlikely that we're probably going to see a fight unfold. I don't think that a fight should unfold. It's only a Cloud Dragon. There's no reason to have, like, a variance type thing happen here. It looks like TSM are actually gonna seed the dragon. And now I don't like this by EG. It's just a lot better to force them off the dragon, get your camps, and then go from there. Looks like Spica is really intent on fighting this. Hui does not have teleport. Impact does. Impact also has his ultimate available. Really looks like Spica really wants to go for this, but no. They're just wasting a boatload of time, and because TSM are wasting a boatload of time, it ends up not being as bad for EG to be inefficient with some of the stuff that they were doing up until this point. Huni throws Impact closer to his turret because he's a great guy. And so that's like the, I mean, we got the Korean Brotherhood going on there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. All right. Take a sip like Boy Boy. Now, as we come back into the game, I think it makes sense well, I mean, Magic Resistance could end up being picked up later on by parties, so maybe Ludens isn't the play. Maybe you do just go Leandres on Azir. Huni, sorry. Getting Dove, I guess, underneath the turret. Really good Galio ultimate, but okay, just insta-clapped. And it looks like EG are actually going to manage to get out. And so Huni, obviously having a not very good situation here in this game. And everyone rotates over. I mean, no one's really farming their jungle. I would say that this is one of the lesser clean games that we've had today. There's definitely a lot of there's a lot of high variance decisions that are being made. That can absolutely be played around. Like, I mean, even this one right now, right? The extended fight. All of Spica's jungle camps are actually up, and red buff's about to come up, but they're going for flips, and this actually allows Svenskeren to get a couple of camps of tempo over Spica. And now, with the Scuttlecrab RNG on the left-hand side, Svenskeren should also be able to get Scuttlecrab on the left-hand side. So, nice little win for him. He's going to ding 9 before Spica, and that'll have the permanently retained 35% bonus EXP inside of the jangle. Spica's going to come down here, and he's going to use the Rift Herald on the bottom turret. I think this is really bad. I think it's a lot better to use the Rift Herald in mid and just try to get 2 turret plates in mid rather than get first turret down in bottom as well as the remaining turrets there. The reason that I say that is because now the enemy bot lane can actually freeze, and you can end up having a net loss over time. And then also, I mean, TSM, they do have sand soldiers and whatnot. And they have Nidalee spears and stuff, but they don't have the greatest sieging power. So a 4 turret plate remaining mid. Now Jizuke does die though, so this ends up being pretty beneficial. Let's take a look at how this all transpires. Jizuke really wanted to get those last 2 minions. And what he's probably thinking is that Power of Evil has to respect Hecarim here. Because Power of Evil commits with everything. So actually, if Svenskeren's there and ends up ulting in and all that good jazz, I mean, I guess stuff can actually get a little hectic. Let me rewind just to see it. So let's take a look at this, right? So as he goes in, if Hecarim is right here and comes out with Unstoppable Onslaught, gets the fear off, collides into Azir, and he's feared right here, and Jizuke turns on him, Power of Evil just dies, I guess, is what ends up happening. Yeah. Power of Evil would just end up dying. So, I mean, that's what Jizuke is thinking. Jizuke is thinking that, hey, you can't actually go for this play because you have to respect the fact that I have a jungler. Power of Evil doesn't believe that the jungler's there and goes for the play. And so that's what's transpiring right there. Gangplank ultimate's really late. Doesn't end up mattering. Hui gets a really big pin, and Hui's going to get a double kill. Might actually end up getting a triple kill, and this is just way too overforced by EG. And so TSM, now they're going to swing the gold advantage in their favor. Huni getting a massive dopamine kick. Is that Divine Blunder on Nidalee? We I think. I mean, it is a brawlery team comp, so he gets value out of both. The passive. doesn't need the HP. I mean, if you just go Moonstaff and let the Gnar and Galio do everything, like, it's cheaper, it comes online sooner, and then everyone gets so much excess damage. But then also, like, I understand Blunderer heals him. This one just seems weird to me. Even though I try to, like, think about it, and I try to, like, entertain, like, how he's clearly wanting to fight on Italy with Conqueror, and then just being tanky. I mean, if this is like somehow like a real thing, I mean, it makes more sense to actually do this in top lane, like go Divine Blunder in Italy up in top. TSM are really far ahead right now against EG, very 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 far ahead for sure. So this is a good spot for TSM. They're also going to pick up the Infernal Dragoon. So Speaker's going to get this one. They raise the mid tier one. And then, yeah, everything's a-okay here. Speaker should just go do golems, and then Raptor. It's actually just full clear. I don't know why he's going up. Why are you going up? Just go do golems. What? No. There's nowhere to be. There's nowhere to be. Just do golems. You had Blast Cone. Ay. Not good. And now watch him path like this, and then Gnar has to get this, I guess. I mean, even if that's the plan, it just doesn't make any sense, because you're wasting experience and stuff. It just really doesn't make any sense. It's just very inefficient. You could have also, I mean, rather than Gnar getting your golems, you could have gotten the golems and the Raptors, and then let Kaisa and Galio get this. But, like, now we're at the stage of the game where, like, freezing becomes really good, and both parties could just look for freezes. I don't think that they're going to actually end up doing it, so, I don't know. Zuke is just going to keep perma-shoving in waves. Immortal Shield Bow on Deathly is, yeah, it's picked up. A lot of squid. Sorry, John? Sorry about that. Okay. TSM. Okay. So Luden's, I mean, also Merc Tread's on Rise. Merc Tread's on Power of Evil. It just seems like it's way too much. It's so excessive. Okay, obviously, like, Lost and Sword Art shouldn't be in the position that they're in. So, like, let's rewind really quick, right? They shouldn't. Like, why are you trying to get... So there's 3 champions in close proximity, right? If Azir ends up rotating up and gets the turret with you, then it's 112 gold per champion. Do you need 112 gold per champion right now when there's 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the Mountain Dragon comes up and neither team can get Baron? Let's just have a still frame right now on the map. Why do you need to get the turret? Why do we have to get this? What's the point of getting this? Why is this so important? Because what's going to end up happening is you get this turret, and then if you shove this wave, they take this wave, and then they lock it right here, and then you miss the next wave, if they're good. Because you don't get access to, like, anything special. There's literally no point. Let me click live. Yeah. Alright, so now we're in live. We're on the bottom side of the map right now. Oh, the sounds are really scuffed. I don't know why. Okay. Really weird. Alright. We're gonna have ping pong on lanes now as we wait for Mountain Dragon. No reason to be shoving this turret either. There's so many jungle camps up in TSM's jungle that they should just be prioritizing. Doesn't make any sense. Really bad to ever push this turret. Really doesn't make any sense. So I think that this part is definitely being clean. Oh, we got a little bit of buffering. Okay, everything's fine again. Stridebreaker on Hecarim. Jizuke is going to raise the... now, what should happen here is Hui should take this wave and then freeze here. Jeez, just... Oh, holy moly, man. Yeah, you gotta really shove it out. You got somewhere to be, right? You got a hot date? Huni's got a hot date. He's gonna be somewhere, guys. He's gonna be somewhere. He's gonna really be somewhere. Because God fucking forbid this entire wave dies, and then this wave dies that hasn't even come out of the Nexus yet. God forbid you have a teleport and you just freeze the lane and the opponent can't do anything. God forbid that you unlock the lane as soon as Mountain Dragon's up. God, yeah, even my dog's crying right now. Because also, like we saw Deftly do earlier on, you can also leave a freeze and come back to it. So even if the argument is that, like, you need to reset or something, there's literally, there's no way. There's no way that it's actually problematic. So, we'll see. 30 seconds. All right. All right. Mountain. Gonna be up in about 5 seconds. EG clearing out their jungle. Definitely getting the Gromp is good. Restores. So, in this fight, TSM should be heavily favored. Yeah, TSM is going to be heavily favored. You just see Jizuke has no angle of approach. Huni's getting Mega. It's really on Impact to do something here. Okay, well, if TSM funnel into this, like, area right here, Gangplank ult will be huge, as well as barrels. Okay, let's see. There shouldn't be a fight. There shouldn't... Okay, well, we're going to have one. Yep. So, I tried to say that we shouldn't have a fight, but EG doesn't, they don't understand that. So, they're extremely incentivized to just go in and throw. So, EG, not really recognizing that they will get pile-driven inside of the team fight, they charge head first, and that was really good. That was honestly, that was an accomplishment. That was how bad that was. So let's take a look at this again. So the dragon goes down, and there's no reason to go in because Gnar has too many good angles with his ult. Even if you get Rel and you get a good Gangplank ultimate, you can't really do anything because Galio's just going to give the give all the allies the ult and whatnot, and he's going to come down and you can't actually fight. You're too far behind on all of your carries, you don't have enough damage. So it doesn't actually matter like what you try to do. That choke point is just too condensed relative to their current HP values and the fact that Gnar is already transformed. So it's not even like you're trying to play against Gnar's transformation animation and get some sort of value there. TSM's just going to win this. I mean, they're just going to ride it home. Banshee's Veil picked up on Power of Evil. He also has Void Staff as well with the Ludens. I would really like if he just had Sorkpen boots this game. It would have been really good. He would have dealt true damage to a lot of people. Zanya's Hourglass picked up on Nidalee. So she's definitely going for the brawlery angle of things. EG, I mean, it's just doomed, by the way. It's just actually doomed. By the way, if you guys are worrying about like the import rule and the fact that like NA residents might not get to play, Jizuke is an import, and you know, definitely one of the easiest mid laners to replace right now in LCS. With the level of play that he has been showing in a very long series of games. So that one's weird. I don't really know what to say. I don't know what to really talk about in a situation like this. TSM are just gonna go up. Getting the inhibitor is bad unless you also have intentions to get the other one, but they don't have to get the other one. They could just well, okay. Huni throwing Svenskeren away. You don't have to get the other one. So just getting the top one is bad at this game timer. I mean, oh, maybe they are pushing on to get the other one. I guess they are. Yeah, okay. I wonder how much gold they're all stockpiling though. Which is why I would rather just have open up, and then reset, clear all the camps, get red, get blue, and then push again. And then as you push, because you're pushing, you're controlling both of the waves, and you're denying everything, and then you fall back and get the dragon in 2 minutes. And then EG has to chase you into Fog of War. And then right now, EG, I mean, they're not utilizing any blue trinkets except for their marksman player, so that would be a lot better. All that killing the top turret does is guarantees that EG is probably going to get more gold and EXP out of top lane than you are. because the top inhibitor doesn't serve any purpose against the Baron, which is the major neutral, and top turret is not gonna, or top inhibitor, I'm sorry, is not gonna be impactful enough to actually have any play relative to this dragon, because EG is already not incentivized to actually get it. Jizuke not realizing, though, that he should let all of the minions die before shoving the wave out into his opponents is really showcasing us why, if you're a North American citizen or already a North American resident, you need not worry when imports like this are going to be present inside of the region. So Jizuke really trying to shove out that wave so that TSM can potentially, look to go capture some waves, maybe on the Azir, and get himself a little bit more gold and EXP that he otherwise should not be allowed to get. But no, it looks like it's not actually going to be the case. Azir is not going to run up to top lane. Now, it's interesting because Power of Evil has teleport, so I think the correct play is to just go up to top lane because there's no chance that EG is actually looking for some sort of like a cheese pick, and there's no way for Power of Evil to die. Okay, what the fuck is that? I think Jizuke is trying to people leave North America. I'm not really sure. I think Svenskaren's like yelling at him right now, saying, "What are you doing?" I mean, you can sort of like see the player cams. Jizuke totally checked out right now. Not really sure what's going on. He TP's top, and I mean he pushes in one wave, and now what? 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 I think Jizuke was maybe he was connecting to like maybe he was having client issues and he TP'd top. But I mean, who knows, guys? Who knows? It was one of those. It was one of those TPs. It's one of those kind of TPs. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if Jizuke utilized NordVPN, he would have been able to see that was definitely not the play. TSM just win the game though. I'm gonna turn back on the chat for sure. He did have a hot date, guys. He did have a hot date. He did have a hot date. He literally didn't get anything off the wave. Maybe he got an elixir and we just can't see that. Holy shit. Oh my god. I just saw Reginald's tweet. Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw Reginald's tweet. Okay. There's a joke that comes to my mind. There is a joke that comes to my mind. I'm not gonna say it. Okay. But there's definitely, Okay, Twitter is actually on fire tonight with all these import rules. All these import rules. This is really weird. With all the talk about imports, I feel like oh man. Yeah, with all the talk about with imports, it's a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame that we don't have former President Donald Trump to weigh in on the matter.